Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. I really do try to get that out in one breath, and I still haven't been able to. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully, you guys had a great day. I had a marvelous day. I didn't get out into the craft room as early as I wanted to, but that's okay. I got a lot accomplished. I got to play with some of the new product that is coming out. And if you're a demonstrator, you got to pre-order a lot of the product today. So it was a great day. And I know I'm a minute or two late to getting onto the Facebook Live. There's two reasons why I'm late. The one is I thought of a new card idea, so I wanted to put it on paper so I wouldn't forget. And two, when I came over to do the Facebook Live, there was a really, really bad smell in my craft room, so I had to call my husband to come out and fix it. So he opened the garage door, he opened my craft room door. That's what that is right there. So hopefully we don't have any fun little critters coming in while I do my live and scare me because I don't want to scream on the Facebook Live. So anyway, I let's see what is happening. Still no baby. Peyton she'll be 40 weeks pregnant on Friday. Still no baby, still no signs of the baby even wanting to come on his or her due date. We still don't know what it is, so we're super excited to meet him or her. And we had a really long talk on Easter, and I said I really needed some snuggles, and the baby still isn't here. So the baby is not listening at all to me, and that is not a good thing. But anyway, everybody else is doing great. Good evening, Valerie. Welcome. So today's card is kind of another scrappy card, maybe. It's using up all of the designer series paper that we have in our stash. I can tell you, I'm sure all of us have so much designer series paper and we're afraid to use it. Let's get out of that and start using some designer series paper. So I know I've used the Be My Valentine a lot during Facebook Lives, and I've done a lot of it with card classes, but it is absolutely beautiful and it's so versatile. So it was meant for Valentine's Day, but you don't have to use all of our paper for what it's meant for. So that's what I'm going to show you guys today. So I'm going to go ahead and point you to get started. I'm going to make sure we're live on my Facebook, which I think we should be. Yep, there it is. So somebody gave me a really good tip on putting some velvet over the light, so it wouldn't show during my Facebook Live. I was going to do it, but I am actually in the process of getting another light put above my Facebook Live table. So hopefully I won't have to have these guys on anymore. But it hasn't happened yet, and I don't know when it will. Eventually. I promise it will be sooner than later. It is on the to-do list. So I apologize for the lights showing right there, but hopefully it'll get better. Okay, let's bring in the designer series paper. Good evening, Jessica. Welcome. So here is the Be Mine 12 by 12. I have still enough cards in my scrap pile to make enough. I have enough designer series paper in my scrap pile to probably make 40, 50 more cards. But we're not going to do that many on tonight's live. We're going to do two. But I am using this designer series paper. I brought in this paper to do our card. And honestly, any one of these sheets would work perfectly. The one side is more probably of Valentine's Day, but the opposite side you can totally use. And actually, even though this side is the hearts, I really think you really could use this. And I probably should have done it on one of my cards, but I didn't even think about it till just now. Okay, there's the series paper. And I'm bringing in a stamp set called Biggest Wishes. So this is retiring, and it is such a fun set. I love how big and bold the sentiments are. So you really don't have to do a lot with the card when you have such massive sentiments. So I brought this in, and here is the card. Good evening, Darlene. Anyone else's sound strange? I don't know. Hopefully it's not on my end. Let me know if it is. Oh, yours does too? I have no idea what is going on. Let me look. My sound is coming from my earpods, so that's usually how I have it. It's so weird. And my internet is good. I'm sorry it's breaking up. I sound like a robot. Okay, well, let me take out and see if that helps. Okay, I took my earpods out and let me go. Does that sound better? I switched over to the audio on my computer. Let me know if that sounds any better. If not, I don't know what to do. I'll still keep going until I hear some comments. But here's the card we're going to be making today. Now I sound far away. Okay, let me see. I wonder what is going on. I did the built-in microphone. Hopefully that works. I can actually pull my computer closer to me so I don't sound so far away. Hopefully that helps. Okay, much better. Good to know. Here's the card we're going to be making today. And I actually forgot to glue down the inside piece. But it's happy, 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 and then birthday on the inside. So it's just something fun, different, and we can use up the designer series paper that we have on hand. You're probably going to hear the dogs and stuff barking in the background, so I definitely apologize. I have to leave the door open because something was leaking gas in the shop, so it smells like gasoline in here. So I can't do my Facebook Live while that smell. So anyway, we'll just continue like nothing is happening. So here is Daffodil Delight. It is 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to fold this, give it a good crease, and I'm going to set that aside. I have a piece of basic white. This is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to stamp the birthday on here and then glue it to the inside. We have our designer series paper that is 4 by 5 1/4. We have our Daffodil Delight. I use this same color as my card base. So the Daffodil Delight is 4 1/4 by 3. I had to think about that. 4 1/4 by 3. And then this piece is 4 by 2 3/4. So those are the measurements, and it's a super easy card to put together. And I brought in the heart punch to do the little hearts. Okay, let's start with the Daffodil Delights. And I just re-inked these guys, so hopefully it is not too juicy. So I'm going to clean my stamps just to make sure I did it. I can't remember if I did it earlier, so I'm just going to clean that one really quick. So I'm going to start with the Daffodil Delights. And I'm just going to stamp this in the left corner. There we go. Then I'm going to come in with the smaller Happy, and I'm going to ink this up in the Sweet Sorbet. Sweet Sorbet is one of the colors that is retiring. I'm going to stamp that, and then I'm just going to keep kind of alternating my colors and try not to cross-contaminate my inks. That's probably the hardest thing to do with this card. So there we go. I have no idea what is going on with the sound. I totally apologize. So, oh, this one goes over here. There we go. And then the last one is going to go right there. Perfect. And I'm going to bring in the piece for the inside. And I'm going to ink up the birthday in Sweet Sorbet. And I'm just going to stamp it right in the center. There we go. I'm going to leave those open because I'm going to put one more of these cards together. So before I put it together, I want to grab some sweet sorbet and I want to punch out. There's a few holes and I didn't really care for the holes to be there. So I was like, what punch do we have that would fit? So I am going to punch 3 of the little hearts. You're going to get lots of shrapnel. And I alternated the hearts. So one side was a little bit taller than the other. And then I just kind of rotated them. So they were a little bit different. So there we go. That's how easy this card is to put together. You could definitely whip a ton of these out. So if you don't have this designer series paper, don't stress. It will work with any designer series paper, and just coordinate the same color ink and cardstock. So it's just gluing the hearts down. There we go. I'm going to let that sit and dry for a second, and then I'll glue this on the inside. Good evening, Joan. Welcome. So there's that. Close this up. Put the designer series paper on the front. And I am going to put dimensionals on the Daffodil Delight piece. Oops. I picked up 2 of them. So peel the backing off. And we're going to put this right in the center. And then this piece can get glued right on top. There we go. Super simple and a pretty wow card, I actually think. Oh, let me glue this one in. I meant to do it earlier, but then I got distracted. There we go. Now it is ready. So we'll put one more together, and then that is your guys' live for tonight. I will be live on Thursday. I am off. So hopefully I can get the rest of my fun things that I'm working on done. Thank you, Darlene. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of do this backwards. So I'm going to stamp the birthday. And let's glue this in so it is out of my way. So if you're going to make this card, instead of making 1, just make 6. If you're going to do it, do an assembly line. I very rarely just make 1 of any card. I made 35 cards, I think, today, 37 cards today. And that was all of the bows I was tying. I think there wasn't 37 bows that I put in the picture because I had already put some down before I realized I should have taken pictures of all of it. But if you're going to sit and craft and you don't have a whole lot of time, then you can definitely make 1 or 2. But if you have the time, make a ton of them. So alternating colors. Just make sure I'm doing this right. Look at my sample. There we go. This is Daffodil Delight. Perfect. This one is Sweet Sorbet. And then Daffodil Delight again. And I guess you really don't have to go in any specific order with this. I guess I just Okay. I think that's all the ink we need, so I can close these. Thank you, Joan. Welcome, Linda. I'm going to glue or use my dimensionals. I'm going to put this down first. And did you guys notice I didn't flip this over to put the dimensionals on the opposite side? I did it twice. I am very proud of myself. It did take a lot of thinking and remembering not to flip it over. I don't know why we all do it, but I think every single one of us does it. Put some adhesive on the back. Glue this down. I'm going to scooch that to the side. And I'm going to make a little bit of a noise because I'm sure it's super loud when I'm doing the lives. I guess it's loud in general, but I'm sure it magnifies. And gotta love all the shrapnel that comes with it. Come on, get out of there. There we go. So we only want the hearts. Everything else can get pushed to the side. So I just want to make sure I'm alternating the little pieces of the hearts. And I wish I had some of my rhinestones sitting at my desk because I might sprinkle a couple of rhinestones on these as well. And this is such a nice and cheery card. There we go. So fun and a little bit different. I don't think I've made a card like this before, but I liked how it turned out. So before I push you over, I'm gonna just move my computer so you guys don't get dizzy when I switch you back over. Because my computer where I talk is not exactly where I craft. This is where I craft, so I kind of have to turn my back to it. And I moved my computer closer to me so you guys could hear. Anyway, I don't know why that was such a hot mess, but I'm human and technology is not my friend, but at least I show up and I try. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I will be back Thursday for another live. And hopefully, maybe not next week, I'll still work on some of the retiring product that are absolutely amazing. Then we'll start working on some of the new product. It doesn't go in effect until the 1st of May. My catalogs will actually be here on Thursday. I ordered them today. So they will be here super early. So if you're coming to card class on Saturday, you might just be able to get one in your hot little hands. But anyway, if you need anything, feel free to reach out. If not, I will see everybody on Thursday. And thank you, Jessica. Thanks, Joan. Thanks for the good comments and all the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.